Hi Sagittarius, welcome to your mid-September update for 2017. This is of course a general reading, so please check out your other signs, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, whatever sign you identify with. If you don't know what I'm talking about, I did make a video explaining all that out, so check it out in the description box below. And of course, this is a general reading, so if these messages throughout don't resonate with you, then you can have a personal reading with me if you would like, or if you want to know something about your love life, your finances, something specific that I don't cover in this reading, then please reach out to me. I have just made a brand new Etsy shop and I'm having a promo. I have a very discounted sale right now for my readings in exchange for an honest review, as I don't have any reviews up as of yet. I have 4 pending, but anyways, please consider checking that out. Again, I will have the description box filled with all this good stuff, so check that out. And why you came here, this reading. So let's get started, Sagittarius. Okay, I feel like for some of you Sagittarians, you may have been kind of at odds with somebody. You guys have been fighting, or you haven't been able to find common ground. You guys haven't been able to kind of come to a decision, to agree on something. This could be anybody, a partner, this could be a business partner, this could be a friend, this could be just a love interest, or this could be somebody in your family. Again, this is a general reading, but I do feel like you'll know who this person is, where you've just been kind of clashing, you can't really see eye to eye, but I do feel like now, at least this September, or for the rest of the month around this time, you're going to be finally lifting those barriers, and you're going to be connecting, you're going to be seeing eye to eye in some way. You might not necessarily agree with each other, but definitely I feel like you're going to reach a compromise. You're going to reach some sort of settlement or some sort of decision one way or another. And I feel like finally you guys are going to kind of break that barrier where you've been you've both been, butting heads, and you've been too stubborn to kind of really, come to each other from a place of honesty and respect. And I feel like now you guys are leveling with each other, and you guys are, in the works or in the middle of making a decision, a final decision towards something. All right. Now let's see what the rest of the cards are for you Sagittarians. Okay. So the first card is going to give an overall indication of the main energies setting the overall tone for this month. And we have the Knight of Swords in the reverse position. Okay, so now, I feel like for some of you Sagittarians, this could be representing you. This could be your energy here. This is normally associated with a Gemini. And so this could be somebody, a Gemini in your life, male or female, but I'm getting very strongly that this is representing your energy. So this Knight of Swords is all about action, all about, making movements, all about, and especially with this Knight of Swords, it's all about, proving your, or showing your thought process, showing your logic, showing, it's almost like you're showing off, how your mind works, how your your ideas. And I feel like maybe some of you are have a lot of huge plans in your head, a lot of big ideas, and I feel like you want to share that with people around you. You want to kind of express yourself and kind of impart wisdom, you may call it, onto other people. But I feel like this Knight of Swords in reverse is almost like almost too what's the word, too heavily swayed or too focused, too it's almost like you guys are leaning towards arrogance. And I feel like it's not exactly arrogance where you're like showing off because you want to prove yourself or anything like that. I feel like you guys are just full of all these ideas and you want to share them, you want to express them, but they're not fully thought out ideas in your head. And I feel like you want to kind of go back to the drawing board a little bit. You want to do your homework a little bit more, and you want to kind of take a second, add a little bit more of a refining or an editing process to your thoughts before you share them, and in such a way, because I feel like some of you Sagittarians are going to be like spitting out these facts or these thoughts in your head as facts, and I feel like they're not really justified yet. I feel like you need to humble yourself a little bit right now and kind of gain a little bit more experience and knowledge before you kind of try to finalize things and try to turn them into like a dogma or turn them into something that other people should learn from. I feel like right now you need to do a little bit more internal studying of whatever you're trying to send the message across. Like whatever you're sharing with people, you need to kind of do a little bit more work on your own. So I feel like I'm getting before going off into battle, and kind of like I feel like some of you Sagittarians are eager to like, you guys are like bloodthirsty, you guys are money hungry for some reason, and you guys like really want to get out and start doing things now. But I feel like you need to just relax. You need to take a second, take a step back and prepare yourself more, because the battle, like whatever challenge, whatever endeavor is here or that you're preparing for, it's not here yet. And so you don't want to just idly, wait for that to happen. You want to be doing everything that you can to prepare yourself for that, whatever that is. That could be a career venture, or it could be, a meeting, an important meeting that you have with somebody that determines something important in your future. It could be a meeting with like, a partner's in-laws or a partner's parents or something like that. Something important. You don't want to be kind of all gung-ho ready for battle when, there's a lot of things that you could be doing to prepare instead. Okay, so now something that you guys want to take note of. Page of Swords, yeah, so a lot more, there's more aggressive energy here. This is another Swords card. This is air energy. This is flighty. I feel like some of you Sagittarians have your thoughts kind of all bouncing off the walls, and you guys are really excited about it. You guys want to, you guys are like proud of how fast your mind is working now, and you are really like excited about all its energy. But I feel like some of you Sagittarians, need to just remember that, remember to move in silence. Remember how, powerful and how respectable it is to kind of move behind the scenes and to do things quietly, and to kind of be a little bit more low-key, and to not be so in your face, not so like ready for action. I feel like you need to kind of re-embrace this sort of stillness in order for you to really gain the respect of people around you. I feel like you guys are really advancing, like you guys are making progress in developing your thoughts and all these ideas that you have, but you're still not there yet. It's still very young energy. Still, you guys are way too eager, and I feel like you need to just calm down a little bit. I feel like, you are at a point where you will be making mistakes, you will be gaining experience, so I wouldn't worry about it too much. But I feel like, you want to remember kind of like where you know your place, and know that you still have a lot to learn. So don't try to get too attached to things or how they are right now, because things are, still very much up in the air and still subject to change. Okay, so the next card is the outcome card for you guys, and we have Strength. Okay, so this is really good energy. I feel like you guys are going to remember your emotional composure, and you're going to be able to kind of channel that stillness, that peace of mind, and that serenity that's very powerful, that's very, that commands the sort of respect from people. From the right people, at least. If you're showing off, you may gain attention, but you're not going to gain the right attention, and it's going to be very fleeting. You want to I feel like you guys are grasping for something sustainable, for something long-lasting, but right now you guys are not in the place, not in the state of mind to really comprehend or to really know the right steps in order for you to achieve that. But I do feel like slowly but surely you're going to be, kind of regaining that composure, regaining that emotional strength, and channeling that energy. And you feel like it's going to take some help from people around you, help from your friends, to kind of humble you, to calm you down, maybe to put you in your place. I feel like maybe even just spending time with some friends would do you good, instead of kind of isolating yourself or like trying to get ahead so much that you need to just do your own thing and have this tunnel vision. I feel like really including, like having a more well-rounded sort of lifestyle right now will really benefit you and will really kind of allow you to just be okay with that waiting game, be okay with where you are in life right now. And so the next card is general advice for you Sagittarians, and we have Nine of Swords. Okay, so yeah, this Nine of Swords is, more swords energy, and it's very interesting. I do feel like this tells a very kind of conflict-ridden, very it tells a story of internal and a mental struggle, and I feel like a lot of people aren't going to see that struggle. A lot of people aren't going to be aware of all that, all that you had to go through inside in order for you to kind of gain this sort of confidence. And I feel like on the outside, people will just see that confidence, will see that power, and only maybe a select few, or maybe no one even except for you will witness, or will be able to look back and remember just how messed up you were in your head, how sporadic and how chaotic your mind was before you achieve this. And obviously it's not going to be like once you achieve this, that's it. You're not going to have any more trouble. But I feel like there's definitely it's going to be kind of a lot of internal turmoil, internal debate, and a lot of back and forth in your head before you can kind of just realize, okay, I'm not getting anywhere. The Nine of Swords in reverse, first you have this Nine of Swords, and this is all about mental anxiety, and you guys are just, your mind is a prison, at this point. You guys are just beating yourselves up. You guys are going way too far into the what ifs and into your imagination, and you're letting it run wild, and you're not doing yourself any favors. And I feel like when this card comes reversed, this is, especially general advice, this is like, okay, just quiet your mind, just turn it off for a little bit. I know it's hard. You may be overthinkers like me, and we are in Virgo season, so there's a lot of analytical energy around, but I feel like you really, really want to be careful. You want to take care of your own energies and your own mental dialogue, like how you talk to yourself, and how you relate to yourself. So try not to be so active in your mind. I know that's kind of a weird thing to say, like, I'm not saying dumb it down or anything, but you would probably benefit from just relaxing a little bit. If you have to kind of, I know some of you Sagittarians may be like running a business or trying to start a business or focusing on school, and you feel like you need to spend every single waking moment thinking about these things and covering all your bases. But I feel like very strongly there's a time now, especially when you need to just learn to trust that you are on the right path and trust that you are doing everything that you can, and that you don't need to do any more than that right now, because you need to take care of the emotional and the mental, psychological side of yourself and of the business. You want to be 100% there and ready so that you're prepared, and you're not going to crumble under pressure. You're not going to burn out. I feel like you need to really take care of yourself right now more than ever, because your mind is really going a million miles a minute, and it's not doing yourself any favors. You're not getting ahead by overthinking. You're just stressing yourself out, which is not good for your health, not good for your mental health as well, and it's not going to be good for what you want to achieve. It's not going to be good for your finances, not going to be good for your home life as well. So please look to this card, exercise emotional strength, and that is just being able to stay cool and calm under pressure and to not let your mind run wild. It's about having that confidence and owning it and being like, okay, I'm taking care of everything. I don't need to worry. And I feel like that's what you need to try to achieve this month and throughout the rest of the year.